boys, so we have another top 10. I always like keeping the top 10 quarterbacks updated the most because this is obviously the most important position. And we've also gotten three to four new cards on this list since the last time I did it. I like to keep minimum of 2 weeks in between, and there are a lot of good cards that have came out lately. But if you guys enjoy videos like this, make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe. I do gameplays as well. You don't want to miss anything that comes out on the channel. But other than that, let's just jump right into number 10. If you are looking for cheap, fast Madden coins to build that God Squad you always wanted, head over to my sponsor, EasyMut, and use code CHEW for 5% off your order. The link is in the description. Number 10, I actually have Jaden Daniels, and I will say he was in the game the last time I made this list, but he was broken, so I didn't include him in it. And I actually had Michael Penix above him, but now I think looking back at it, I really do like Jaden Daniels because out of all the draft cards, he was the only one that had a built-in ability. Being gift wrapped, I know some people don't think gift wrap's a necessity. I mean, when it's 0 AP and when it's built on, it's nice. Even for the people that don't like it or think it's necessary, right? But he is 96 speed. He has generic 2, which is a mid-tier release. It's kind of middle of the pack, but at the end of the day, it's going to get it done. It's not an absolutely awful one. But when you come over here, he does get a weird stack. You have to use Fearless on him, which is kind of annoying because if you look at this bucket, there's only one of the 4 meta abilities in here, and it's Master Tactician. But Master Tactician for 0 is amazing, but in his other bucket, it's the same exact thing. And you're not going to be using Protected or Identifier for 1 on your quarterback. You're definitely going to rock that Fearless. But I mean, the stack will be 7 AP total for Howler Master, the Master Tactician right there, the Ceph Elite as well, which is kind of annoying. You have to like pay for it over here for 5 AP, but his stack is 7 AP for all of it with Fearless, Gift Wrapped, Gunslinger, Master Tactician. It's still not an absolutely awful stack, but it sucks you're forced to use Fearless even if you don't want to. Number 9, we have the new Russell Wilson. He is another new card on this list, so I think there's actually 5 new quarterbacks on the list. Russ was actually a very solid card. I did a gameplay on him, and I didn't expect too much crazy because normally Russ gets like a mid-tier release or whatever, but normally he would get generic 2, the same one Jaden Daniels get. They switched his release this year to traditional 5, which I will say, I think he is the only like top tier quarterback in the game that gets it, which I will say it was not bad. Honestly, if you go watch the gameplay, I was dominating with this card and I was actually really impressed. And I thought the release going into the video was going to be abysmal, but he was good. He was actually really solid. And then, like I said, top end speed. He goes in arguably the best team in the game. The Seahawks are here. The Steelers is also very good right now. But the one thing that sucks is he didn't get too crazy of discounts, right? I mean, Gunslinger for 0 and also your Pass Lead Elite for 1 isn't terrible, but your stack's still going to be 5 AP if you want the full, you know, gift wrapped, you want your Gunslinger, Howler Master, whatever. But at the end of the day, I still think Russ is a solid card. If you don't want to spend that extra 2 AP, just have Fearless for no reason, like on Jaden Daniels. And arguably, I think traditional 5 felt like a better release than generic 2. I think this is an upgrade from 10 to 9. Number 8, this is still one of my favorite cards in the game, only because I'm a big Slinger 1 guy. Although they nerfed it this year, it's just tough that I will say that he's the only one that's usable. Aaron Rodgers is way too slow when he gets big cards now. Will Levis is the only Slinger 1 card standing. Last year, they used to give it to everybody because it was one of the best releases. They nerfed it this year. I would still say it's probably like the 3rd best release in the game, if I will. Maybe somebody even argue it's the 2nd best release, but it's all right. I can't rank him much higher, but he is still a good card. He has 96 speed on him. Obviously, he's a big quarterback too. I will say there was one thing about this Will Levis that I actually really want to recheck right now. He never fumbled for me, like literally ever. I mean, 92 carrying. I believe that's higher than the Bo Jackson quarterback. He never fumbled. It was the weirdest thing ever. Felt like he almost had built-in trust, but being a little bit of an older card, being a 98, he doesn't have the craziest abilities. You'll get your 1 AP Howler Master right here. You'll get your Ceph Elite for 2. It's not the best, right? I mean, you're going to be paying 5 AP, which isn't terrible. It's the same thing as our guy Russell Wilson, but he's a little bit better of a release, I would say. I would say this is arguably the 2nd best release in the game. I actually have no clue what I'm talking about because at number 7, I completely forgot about the Joe Burrow release. The Joe Burrow release is the 2nd best release in the game. Joe Burrow is actually a very solid card. He obviously got built-in roaming, and if you guys do not know, roaming is one of the best abilities of the year. A lot of people are mixing it into their cards because if you guys do not know, if you're standing outside the pocket, you get a perfect accuracy, you get a blue timing every time. If you let go of the trigger after sprinting and literally throw it like immediately, you could still technically be on the run and roaming will activate. We call it the roaming. It's not really a glitch, but I guess it's a roaming glitch. It makes cards like Joe Burrow and fast quarterbacks that use it very good. He obviously has one of the better releases. He's solid speed too, 91 to get out the pocket. We would have loved to maybe seen another ability here discounted instead of roaming because I know not everybody uses this or perfects it, I guess you could say. But his stack still isn't terrible. You get your Master Tactician, which is the best quarterback ability in the game for 1 AP right there. And then you'll get your Ceph or your Pass Lead Elite, which is even better than Ceph for 2. So that's what, 3 AP. Then you got to get your gunslinger, that's 2. It's a 5 AP stack plus a roaming, and you get master tag, so it's not a bad stack at all. You get a really good discounted ability built into the card, and obviously, like I said, master tag, not every quarterback gets it. It's the best quarterback ability easily. Joe Burrow's a solid quarterback. You could definitely argue him a little bit higher on this list too. And I'm still gonna include Trevor Lawrence. I know he is not available at the current time of recording, but these videos, like I said, I update them every 2 weeks, and we know what abilities he gets, we know what release he gets, so I definitely want to include Trevor Lawrence in here. And I do think only the LTD version, you can see it's the moving one, the LTD, the top 1,000 version is the only one I'm including. The other one's not very good at all, but this one gets 4 discounted abilities, and you can see 91 speed. He kind of has a mid-release, which I will say is not, it's nothing that good. It's very, very meh. I think it's the same one as Russa, if I'm not mistaken, so it's like a decent one, but it's nothing to put you over the edge like, you know, the top 3 guys or top 4 guys in this game. But when you look at T-Law, man, he actually gets 4 discounts. Like I said, if you come all the way down here, you can see another 4 discounted ability buckets, which is crazy. So I think he will get his Gunslinger. I think they're different too. So your Gunslinger, Howard Master, yeah, they are different. So you go with your Get Draft for 0, your Pass Lead Elite for 2, and then you get your Howard Master right here for 1, your Gunslinger, and it's glitched, your Gunslinger for 0. His stack is 3 AP. It is 3 AP for all of it, which is insane. So you can go ahead if you really wanted to in the non-discounted ability buckets, like right here. You could overpay for your roaming. You could overpay for fearless if you wanted it. Okay, you probably don't want to do that for 4 AP, but the roaming Deadeye, I believe you can get for 2, which is really, really nice. A really good ability, but like I said, only top 1,000 edition. The other one, probably not even a top 15 quarterback in the game, but this card, very, very good. 3 AP on a stack is insane. Just sucks you're kind of getting it on a mid-tier release, you know. Number 5, this is where the quarterbacks step into a whole nother tier. I think the top 5 feel like they are so much farther ahead. You obviously start getting some of the best releases in the game. Michael Vick. Actually, I think, yeah, all 5 of the guys. Yeah, the top 5, I'm looking at my list on my other screen. All top 5 of these guys right here all have the same release, which is the Lamar Jackson release. That's what everyone calls it. Why am I forgetting? What is it? Traditional 2, right? Or, yeah, I think it's traditional 2. I always forget it. I just call it the Lamar release, the Joe Burrow. I don't know, it's easier that way. But when you look at Michael Vick, this card is amazing. You guys know he is 99 speed. He obviously has some really, really good abilities. He gets a token too to where you can get X factors on him like Truz, which is really, really nice. But as you guys know, a lot of people are using that whatever it's called, I can't think of, the momentum shift on defense. So a lot of people are canceling out the X factors, but even without the X factor, he's still very good, right? You're gonna get a very good discount. You get master tack, so when you put the token in, you get another discounted ability with master tack. Then you can go ahead and throw in your pass lead elite right here, their gunslinger, whatever you want. His stack will be good no matter what with it in the 99 speed. The one thing though is lefties, man, they suck at scrambling. There's like a, I don't even want to say it's a glitch. I think it's the way the game's been coded for the last 3 years. But sometimes when you try to scramble with a lefty, they get to like they're running in mud like animation, and they get stuck, and the righties zoom right out of the pocket. It's definitely a negative. Although his stats look amazing, he obviously looks like one of the best quarterbacks in the game. The lefties, just the way they're coded, is just terrible in this game. At number 4, we got Mr. Bo Jackson, one of the best quarterbacks of the year. Probably a top 10 card of Madden 24 when you look at the entirety of it. This card was amazing. He was everyone's quarterback for at least a month and a half, and he is still very, very good. He has the best release in the game. He obviously is a righty too, so that helps him a little bit over him. And then you guys know he gets the Truz X Factor, which I will say, like I said with Michael Vick, it's not as good as it once was because I feel like everybody and their moms has literally Aaron Donald now because what, the free pack and the season pass at level 34, you got a free 99, and everybody took Aaron Donald or Kelsey. So, and if you didn't have Aaron Donald already, you got to go get him. That card's amazing. So I wouldn't really count on Truz anymore, especially the combine ones. But as you guys know, his stack is still 6 AP. His stack is still amazing. You're still getting Bo Jackson. You're still getting the best release in the game. The only negative with him is the throw under pressure, which I will say it's not too bad unless you play like an edge threat elite guy. And then it's bad for everybody if you do that. But I still think he's fine, man. Bo Jackson's still amazing. If you're brand new into Madden as well, like you're brand new in the game, this like, dude, like this is like the easiest way to start nobody sweat. Just buy all the bows. I mean, you're literally set. Our top 3 is our top 3. Let me just say that right now. I think the top 3 is very, very interchangeable. I think 1 is probably locked in by most, but I think 2 and 3 are definitely interchangeable depending on play style and what you want on your team. For number 3, for me, I'm gonna go Andrew Luck. I think this card is amazing. You guys heard it. I did the video, what, 2 days ago, I think it was. He is an amazing, amazing card. He has the best release in the game. He has good speed on him. He obviously has set feet elite built in for 0, which is insane. His stack is ridiculous. So if you got your set feet for 0 right there, you can go ahead and run your gunslinger for 0, and then you get your master attack for 1, and then all you need is your gift wrapped, which is insane. So he's like T-Law, but with the best release in the game. Isn't that crazy to think about? But the thing is he doesn't get any X factors. He doesn't get any built-in like carrying abilities like Truz or, you know, angle runs or even evasive like Lamar or Vick did. The one thing I will say is I think AP saving was huge in the beginning of the year when we didn't have secures on all of our offensive linemen, when wide receivers didn't get a lot of 0 APs. But now on offense, there's so many offensive linemen that get, I think there's like over 8 of them now that get 0 AP secure, so you don't really need to spend AP on your offensive line. Your tight end, I mean, where are you really spending your AP on? So if you're saving that much AP, I think I would rather just use the extra AP on Truz or, you know, a quarterback ability that makes my quarterback a superhero, you know? That's the way I look at it. But if you're trying to save AP, maybe you're a runner. If you're a runner, Andrew Luck is by far the best. But I think it depends on play style. I think he's top 3 no matter what. Number 2, we got Chad Powers. I mean, Chad Powers, I still currently use him. I think this is the most fun card in the game, and I don't even think it's close. As you guys know, he has angry runs built into his card as a quarterback. And if you guys do not know what this is, angry runs, you will break the first sack attempt every single time, unless they have secure tacklers. A lot of people have secure tacklers like on their D linemen or maybe even their corners like Chris Harris and Aqib Talib. A lot of people don't, though. You'll see in my videos, if you come to the stream, I break at least 10 sacks a day, which you would never break with a normal quarterback, which is really cool. But I don't think it's worth going over the number 1 guy. I will go over why I think the number 1 guy is the number 1 guy. And also, I will say tank on a quarterback. Trash. Everybody rips the quarterback. Nobody hit sticks the quarterback. Everybody presses RB on the quarterback. But I will say, which is awesome with this card, angry runs mixed with Truz. It's insane. It's insane. Angry runs mixed with Truz. You can run around like a psycho, man. You have the best release in the game. And if you still want the throwing abilities on top of the angry runs and Truz, it is a 7 AP stack. 7 AP, and then remember, you have your offensive line all zeros, your wide receivers all zeros. You're probably spending 1 AP on your angry runs running back. I mean, dude, really, you don't really need that much AP. That's why I like to make a superhero quarterback. But the one thing that does suck with Chad, he doesn't get Master Tactician. You have to use a normal Howard Master, which is a negative. But at the end of the day, the most fun card in the game, I don't even think it's close. And also, he gets every theme team. I know that's a big deal for a lot of people. He gets every theme team, all of the promo theme teams. That's a big deal, man. Chad Powers, he's so good, dude. I love this card. He might be my quarterback 1 for a fat minute. Number 1, I'm going with Lamar. I feel like everybody in the game, or not everybody, but I feel like if there was a tournament today, if there was an MCS tournament, I think everybody would be using Lamar, and I think that's because he does have the best release in the game. He still will have his Truz built in as well. You don't have to use Truz, too. If you want a cheaper AP stack, you don't have to use this, but I think Truz is so OP, and like I said, where else are you spending your AP at? Unless you don't have the 0 AP offensive lineman or whatever, where else are you spending it, right? But Lamar, if you have Lamar too, you have all the 0 AP offensive linemen. You definitely have coins if you have Lamar, right? But the way I look at it is he has a great stack and also the Truz ability while getting Master Tack. I think Master Tack is that good of an ability that I would even take it over the angry runs like Chad has. He also has a little bit better traits. I'm not the biggest trait guy, but a lot of people are, so I got to mention that. But you can see he has the faster hot, so he has conductor, and then obviously playmaker and Howard Master. That is the best quarterback ability in the game. He gets it, Chad doesn't, and he's already 99 speed, so you don't even need, who cares about the theme team, right? But Lamar, this card is amazing, dude. He's definitely quarterback 1. I think Chad's right on his coattail. I think Andrew Luck's there, but Andrew Luck, no X factor, no Truz. I gotta go with the other 2. All right, boys, let me know. What do you guys think is the quarterback 1 in the game? Are you guys using Luck? Are you guys using one of the free guys? I know Sam Howell's really popular in the game as well. I know a lot of people are going to be using T-Law when he comes out. Let me know which quarterback you're rocking, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace out, boys.